Welcome back to the Wellness Cues, your space for powerful life advice, emotional wellness, and real relationship insight. Before you say, I do, make sure you've asked the questions that actually matter. Marriage isn't just a beautiful ceremony, it's a lifelong partnership that demands clarity, communication, and honesty. Today, we're diving into 10 essential questions every couple must ask before tying the knot. These aren't just casual conversation starters, they're the questions that can reveal hidden truths, build trust, and uncover red flags you may not have seen coming. Let's get into it. Number 1, what does commitment mean to you? It may seem like an obvious question, but the truth is, people define commitment in very different ways. For some, commitment means complete emotional and physical exclusivity. For others, it may mean being partners in life, while still valuing a degree of independence. Before getting married, both of you need to express what loyalty, dedication, and partnership look like. Ask each other, when you say forever, what do you mean? Do you see commitment as working through anything no matter what? Or are there deal breakers that would change your view? Having this conversation early on helps both of you understand where you stand and whether your definitions align. It sets the tone for how you'll handle challenges, boundaries, and expectations in your marriage. Number 2, how do you handle conflict? Everyone argues, but not everyone argues the same way or handles tension in a healthy manner. Some people shut down, some yell, some retreat, and some over-explain. Understanding how your partner deals with conflict is crucial before marriage. Ask them, what do you need during an argument? And how were conflicts handled in your family growing up? These questions open the door to deeper understanding and can help both of you grow in emotional maturity. Can they apologize? Do they hold grudges? Do they bring up old issues when angry? The answers to these questions will shape the way you resolve problems when real life gets messy. If you both can commit to fighting fair and prioritizing resolution over ego, you're in a much stronger place heading into marriage. Number 3, what role will finances play in our marriage? Money is one of the top reasons couples fight or even divorce. That's why it's so important to ask financial questions before walking down the aisle. How much debt does your partner have? Are they a spender or a saver? Do they believe in joint bank accounts or keeping finances separate? What are your financial goals as a couple? This isn't just about numbers, it's about values. You need to understand how your partner views money, budgeting, saving, and even giving. Talk openly about salaries, credit scores, and long-term goals like buying a house, starting a business, or saving for retirement. If one of you is risk-averse and the other is a financial gambler, that could create serious tension. So don't skip this. Talking about money is talking about your future. Number 4, do we want children, and if so, how many? This question is non-negotiable. You need to know if you're aligned when it comes to starting a family. Do you both want kids? How many? What kind of parenting styles do you imagine yourselves having? What if you have trouble conceiving? Are you open to adoption or fertility treatments? These are sensitive topics, but they cannot wait until after marriage. Getting clear on your desires and your deal breakers before making a lifelong commitment is critical. If one person wants a big family and the other is set on being child-free, that's not something you can compromise on later without resentment. Have honest, open conversations about what the future looks like and how kids or no kids fit into that vision. Number 5, how do you view gender roles and responsibilities in a marriage? In today's world, gender roles are more fluid than ever. Still, people bring deeply rooted beliefs into their relationships based on upbringing, culture, and personal experience. It's vital to ask, what roles do you think each of us should play in the marriage? Who handles chores? Who earns income? What does being a husband or wife mean to you? If you both expect different things and never talk about them, it's a recipe for conflict. Maybe one of you expects shared responsibilities in everything, while the other expects more traditional roles. Neither is wrong. What matters is that you're on the same page. Having this conversation before marriage ensures you both feel seen, respected, and understood as you build your future together. Number 6, how important is religion, spirituality, or faith in your life? This is one of those topics that's easy to overlook in the beginning, especially when everything feels romantic and effortless. But once you're married, differences in beliefs can cause deep emotional friction, especially when it comes to raising children, attending religious services, or practicing faith traditions. Ask your partner what role faith plays in their life. Do they expect their spouse to share those beliefs? How will holidays, rituals, and spiritual practices be honored in your home? Even if neither of you is particularly religious, agreeing on spiritual values can still be important. The key is to understand how your partner's beliefs or lack of beliefs might influence daily life, decisions, and family culture moving forward. Number 7, how do you give and receive love? Knowing your partner's love language can completely change the way you connect and communicate. Some people feel loved through words of affirmation, others through physical touch, acts of service, gifts, or quality time. If you're giving love in the way you want to receive it, but not in the way your partner needs, you're going to miss each other emotionally. Ask your partner, what makes you feel the most loved and appreciated? This question uncovers emotional needs that might not be obvious. It also helps prevent unmet expectations. If your partner needs physical touch to feel secure, but you're more verbal, that gap can lead to disconnect. The beauty of marriage is learning how to love someone in the way they receive it best, not just the way that comes naturally to you. Number 8, how will we protect our relationship during tough times? Every couple faces challenges: job loss, illness, loss of loved ones, financial strain, or emotional disconnect. The real question is, what will you both do to protect your relationship during those storms? Ask each other, when things get hard, what keeps you grounded in the relationship? Do you believe in therapy? Do you take breaks, seek solitude, or lean into each other? Will you fight for the relationship even when it's inconvenient? Marriage requires resilience. You need to know if your partner is willing to do the work, have hard conversations, and evolve with you, not run, when it gets hard. When you both commit to weathering storms together, you build a foundation that's unshakable. Number 9, what are your long-term goals and life vision? Before getting married, it's essential to understand where your partner is headed and whether your dreams align. Ask them, where do you see yourself in 5, 10, or 20 years? Do they want to travel the world or settle down in one place? Do they dream of starting a business, going back to school, or living off the grid? Your partner's ambitions will affect your lifestyle, your priorities, and your shared time. If one of you is content with a quiet life and the other craves adventure, it's important to talk about how you'll support each other's dreams without losing yourselves in the process. Alignment doesn't mean identical goals. It means a willingness to walk together, even if the path shifts along the way. Finally, the most important question: what does marriage actually mean to you? Everyone has a different definition. For some, marriage is a sacred union based on faith. For others, it's a legal partnership, a commitment of love, or a mutual agreement to build a life. Some people view it as permanent no matter what. Others believe love must be constantly renewed and chosen again each day. You need to know what marriage means to your partner on a soul-deep level. Ask them what they expect from a spouse, what they fear about marriage, and what success looks like to them. This question doesn't have one right answer, but your answers need to be compatible. When you're clear on the meaning and purpose of your union, it's easier to stay rooted through the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Marriage isn't built on the wedding day, it's built on conversations like these. The questions that require courage, patience, and truth. If you want a relationship that lasts, don't just focus on the love you feel. Focus on the life you're building, the communication you practice, and the understanding you share. Thanks for watching The Wellness Cues. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's ready for real love and real talk. See you in the next one.